Yo, this is crazy. Tonight on the YouTube Streets podcast, we are going to have the GOAT that's on TikTok and YouTube. You either hate him or you love him, but you got to say this. This dude is entertaining as heck. Jumpsuit Pablo. Let's get straight into it. Let's go. Only on the YouTube Streets podcast. YouTube Streets podcast. You already know what it is. New age plug. Ronnie Blue Eyes, AZ Ruction, they're on the way in. But right now we got the GOAT, Jumpsuit Pablo. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Man, dude, this is crazy. Hey, listen, this is crazy for me because you were viral last year. When it comes to 2023, I could not stop seeing you on TikTok, in my feed, or on YouTube Shorts. Like, yeah. It's insane, bro.
Hey, well, you know, I just put it like this, man. I remember it wasn't too long ago. I was starting out on YouTube, man. I was a real small guy, and I think it's important, man. It ain't all about just collaborating with who's bigger than you or who you think will take you to the next place. It's about your community and the other creators that are within your niche and your community, you know, and just a collaboration and networking, man. So, you know, I don't mind being here. I'm glad that you asked me to be here. So let's do it.
Hey, so my wife, I was looking at your old videos today, and my wife's like, wait a minute, that's the same dude? And I'm like, yeah, you were like a whole different person when you first came on YouTube.
Yeah.
It had like this swagger to it. Like you were like a jitterbug almost, but now you kind of like grown and like matured up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, well, when I first got out of prison, it was New Year's. What's up, Blue Eyes? When I first got out, man, it was New Year's going into 2022. So, and I wasn't ready for YouTube, man. I did TikTok, and you know, that's just a whole different style over there. And then like March 2023, I made my first ever actual real YouTube video. And so of course it's kind of intimidating. You don't really know how to start, you know, but I just jumped in there. That was one of my resolutions, you know, like put some effort into YouTube, and you know, it's been a blessing what it's grown to. But yeah, I mean, you know, you learn, you find your way in there and you get more comfortable with it. So yeah.
Did you start lifting weights when you came home? Because I don't know why you look more like it, like you just look like you're bigger now.
Yeah, I mean, well, man, I've always been a little guy. I've always been tall, but I've always been lanky and scrawny. I was scrawny my whole time in prison. I went in about 135, 140, 6 feet. So very small guy. I came home probably 165. But I mean, in my prison system, they don't have weights, you know, and it's just calisthenics, man. It's just push-ups and pull-ups, and that gets you only so far. But as soon as I came home, I knew that I wanted to start lifting weights. And I mean, I'm not Sam Sulik. I'm not, you know, I'm not like super disciplined in the gym. I mean, I BS around a lot, you know, I do a little something, but I've gained about 60, 70 pounds. Some of it's eating, some of it's weights, and some of it's alcohol. But
I hear that.
I mean, it's a good little combination. So
the South Carolina system, how was that when you how long were you incarcerated for?
Well, I had a 10-year sentence. I did 9 years off that.
And is it true what they say about South Carolina? They say, you know, there is gangs involved, but you still have to go by the code. It's still everyone is the Southern hospitality comes in effect.
Well, I mean, I'll say this: the prison system, man, it's super country, man. And when I say country, it's like it's just. You can get away as an inmate with a lot of stuff, and guards can get away with a lot of stuff. I mean, it's real country, man. It's outdated, man. It's kind of, I almost considered it medieval, you know. And there's a lot going on that might not go on in other states because it's just so far behind, you know. And that you know, to some people, like they're like, oh well, it's not as organized and as structured, but at the same time, that's true. But that doesn't mean it's not as dangerous because it's more like the Wild West. I mean, you got people breaking rules, going against like prison laws, going against organization. I mean, it's kind of just like whoever is the boldest and whoever's the baddest, man, kind of just sets the rules. Or there's rules for people, but then there's people who they don't apply to, you know, and it's just there's not a lot of there is structure, but there's not as much structure as, you know, the prisons you always hear about, Cali and all that. And some people may think that means it's easier time, but I would argue that that kind of makes it more unpredictable time, you know. And you know, the hospitality, I don't know, man. I think it's just there's a lot of guys, man, they're in gangs. It's not really any race segregation. It's not like the whites, the blacks, and the Mexicans. I understand it's like that a lot of places, but it's more so just the Bloods, Crips, and the GDs, the Gs. And you know, there are white guys involved in that, at least in 2 of those gangs, and there's structure there. There definitely is. There's prison politics anywhere you go, but there's definitely a lot of people who are just like, you know, I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm just, you know, violate me at your own risk, you know, because I feel like I'm that bad. And sometimes, you know, it's like that, and sometimes it's not.
How's the paperwork thing? Because Ronnie is in here. He says Boston is real strict with paperwork. When you got to go in, you got to have your paperwork in your hand.
Well, I'll be honest, you know, and I don't doubt that, you know, and I'm sure it's like that in many prisons. It's definitely not that strict on the paperwork part. It's more so like if you're not involved in a gang, they really don't care because you're a neutral, you're a civilian. You know, the gangs, if you're a gang member, that's when they really care. Now, a lot of gangs are going to make you provide paperwork up front, or you're just going to have to like give that before they really accept you into the fold. But sometimes, you know, here's the thing, man. This is why I don't like when prison creators kind of say like, these are the rules for prison. This is how it is. And if you don't do this, then this happens. Or if you do this, then this happens. Because that's just not true all the time, man. And you're either in a group, you can be in a cell block. Let's say you're doing 5 years, man. You can do 2 years in a cell block around some guys who are super strict, and they enforce all that, man. But you know, your last 3 years, you're around some guys who don't, and it's just not like that. And or maybe they enforce it with some people, but man, there's some people who are bringing in a lot of money, or there's some guys who are really badass, and there's just and you know, suddenly they're not so strict about it, and it's really situational, man. And I think it's more so if rumors get around, or if people have suspicions, or if you know, talk and gossip gets around that you might have did this, or there might be something funky with your paperwork, then they're really pressed to issue about seeing your paperwork, you know.
I hear that. Hey, it's good to have you up, man. I just want to say I'm Ronnie Blue Eyes, Boston, Massachusetts, man. Good looking out for pulling up to the YouTube streets.
Yes, man. Sir. For sure. What's up, brother?
Chilling, bro. How you doing?
Chilling, man.
So when you so there's content creators like K Frog and a couple other ones that had footage for being inside the system. Now, you do have footage that was original content that was yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were doing that, was you thanking YouTube the whole time?
No, man. I really wasn't, and at one point I really did make up in my mind that I wanted to do content, but being honest, I wasn't recording that to apply that to, you know, me pursuing content. What it is in South Carolina, man, it's like the guys who are able to get cell phones kind of hang out with other guys. It becomes this culture, this subculture, where if you can get a cell phone and like you're doing that and you're living like that, you hang out with other guys who have cell phones, because if you hang out with guys who don't, they're always going to be bothering you about using your cell phone.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just a good example of like many reasons why, you know, people kind of just like divide into these two categories. And it kind of turned into just, hey, listen, we're coming out on a cell block, we're drinking wine, we're smoking weed, we're doing what we do, we're popping beans, we're doing what we do, we're playing music on this old ass fucking stereo, we're playing poker, and people start recording people, but we all know that, man, we ain't ever gonna, like, I mean, we're just recording people because, you know, people who got cell phones on this yard, I know people who got cell phones on all these other yards, and I know these people. I done did time with these people, and the same goes for everybody else. And we'll just send each other a little shit, just our way of communicating with people. Like, nobody wants to talk to you after you done been down 8, 10, 15 years, like somebody you done did time with and who's still doing time. I mean, all these people on the outside, it ain't nothing to send them. It's not to like have this footage for them to be like, hey, look what I'm doing here. It's more so just like, man, look at so-and-so, because you know that they know them. Or just, you know, it's just a little network and a little friendship, if you want to call it that, you know. And so you just kind of record shit, but you don't do nothing with it. But I'm recording shit and I got it all on my Facebook Messenger. And then I come home and I realize I got all this shit. You know, and it's of me. I don't really post nothing of anything of anyone else. And if I do, I'll blur their face. Or a little later down the line, people start sending me stuff in, and either they request for me to blur it or they don't. You know, and it is what it is. But yeah, when I first started putting that footage out there, it was really just all me or my cell and just what I was taking from my POV. And I never really expected to use it, but I quickly realized that this was something a lot of people didn't have, and this could give me an advantage as far as.
Now we're at 200K, by the way. Congratulations. I want to say congratulations, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Congratulations, bro. Hey, it's AZ Ruction, man. Sorry I was a little late, man.
You good, bro?
Hey, pleasure to meet you, bro. I've been watching your content for a long time, man. I just recently got demonetized for reusing your content.
Damn. That wasn't because of me. I don't do that.
No, it wasn't you, but it was funny because they said that it was content that was re-uploaded several times. So
you got to add a little something to it, man. I don't know if you did or not. I didn't see it, but you got to do something to transform it, man. There's little tricks to get around it, but
yeah, because people have reused your prison content. So there's got like, and there's one dude that, you know, frankly, has been on the show a couple times. He has been on the show, but we've had drama with him. Pino, right? Pino. Yeah. He did a video.
Yeah.
You laugh like that, bro.
Who, me?
Let's get to that.
Oh, I was there for the whole live. I was watching the whole thing. I was very captivated to hear what he had to say about me.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Well, get into that, AZ, because I know you're fascinated into that question. If you want to get into it, AZ, go ahead.
My bad. Say that again, bro.
Well, when it comes to him and the whole kidnapping thing, because he trolled the trolls at the end of the day.
Oh yeah. Hey, it was genius, but at the same time, what made you think to do that? Because I wouldn't have thought to beat myself up.
Well, listen, man. Here's the thing, and you know, I don't want to ramble on. I don't want you to think I'm going to ramble on, but there's a lot of parts to this, and I really want to break it down because I feel like a lot of people don't get all the parts, man, and then they form their opinion. And I feel like I genuinely, you know, let's speak about P&O. I to start, I genuinely feel like, because I watched his live, he doesn't like me because he doesn't like me because I used some of his clips. Right, his prison clips,
and anyway, he took them.
And I'll admit that, and I covered up his logo because I'm not going to put your logo on my channel. Right. And you know, do I blame you for being mad at me for doing that? No, I don't. I'm not hating on him for that. But at the same time, your logos are in the places that they're at on that footage because you're covering up the TikToks that you took those
exactly.
And so that's one thing. And then the other thing is the only reason I know who P&O is and why he even pops up on my recommended is because he took one of my shorts that got over 1 million views and gave his input on it, which I didn't stick around to hear because I don't care. I don't care. And it's not because it's him. It's not because anything against him. I don't care what other prison people got to say. People are always going to have something to say, especially prison creators, because I mean, you know, it is what it is. But he's on here, and I'm listening to him on live, and he's like, you know, he just doesn't have all the information, man, and he's just making his opinion of me, and of course it's going to be tainted because he feels like I'm taking his stuff and I'm covering it up. I've taken a few things, I've covered up his logo, just as he does with other people. How do you think those people feel about it? But I don't care, and that's fine. But you know, he's like, why is it because I know he's beef with 1090 Jake now that I looked into it, and he's like, why is it always the fat people who want to try me? And I'm like, First of all, I take more offense to that than anything. How are you gonna call me fat? Like, brother, I'm not fat, okay? But I don't know if it's the angle or what. But and then I look at this dude and he's like, it's crazy to me because I watched that live and he's like, I can't believe this clown Jumpsuit Pablo said that he had this high-ranking position in a gang that's predominantly black. And I'm a good authority figure on deciding whether or not someone's lying about that, because I'm also a white guy who was in a predominantly black gang who had a high ranking position. So I'm like, okay, so you just saying the same thing I fucking said and telling me that it's not true because I said it, but it's true for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And which nobody fucking knows if it is or not. And maybe it was, you know,
and
I don't know. A lot of people don't know
you do the TikTok, you've been doing the comedy, they get this context there. There's a lot there.
Yeah, and so his little sidekick, I don't know who that guy is, but he's like, I don't know who fuck that guy is.
Black dude or the white dude?
It's a white dude.
Two.
Of course, it's a white dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Plug, you know.
Because anytime I've seen a black dude commentate on it, he's like, you know what? I fuck with this guy. But it's always the white dudes who are like, yo, yo, yo. You know what I mean? Yo, 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 yo. And I'm like, oh, God. But
AGB.
Yeah. So, you know, this guy, he's like, P&O, did you know that he came out and said it was all fake because he just wanted to get views? He just did it all for views. I never said that. You know, and so P&O's like, oh, well, that's some lame ass shit. Yeah, that is some lame ass shit if that's what I said, but that's never what I said. I never did what I did to concern my genuine community and my supporters. I only did what I did to give the trolls hope. I wanted to make them happy. I wanted to make them feel good. And I wanted to see all the people come out and be like, I knew this would happen because I'm such a fucking gang and prison expert. I knew this would happen. And then pull the fucking rug out from under and be like, none of this shit happened, you fucking idiot. Like, you know, like, you think this shit's gonna really happen? You think I'm gonna get kidnapped? Like, you know. Well, so that's really what it was. You know
what did it for me is your tooth. So you always shown that you didn't have, you had, you know what I'm saying? So when you got kidnapped, the tooth was gone. They were like, wait a minute, how's it so clean? You know?
Right. Well, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm gonna play the part. I mean, if you look at my first TikTok videos, I mean, I always, and here's my thing too. People are like, some people are like, he scammed his viewers, he scammed his supporters. I never did, because my real supporters, you can go back to the videos. There are so many top comments that are like, if you can't tell that Jumpsuit is joking, then you're not a real Jumpsuit fan. Because there are so many cues and voices and characters that I slip into in these things that should be very obvious that I'm full of shit. You think I put out snacks and refreshments for the fellas? You think I put out fucking hors d'oeuvres for the fucking gangster disciples that are coming over? Like, I've always played this. When I first got on TikTok, I would do these skits and I play this character of the guy who can never get right. He can never do the right thing. He always says the wrong thing. He always gets himself in a pickle. He always gets in a bad situation in prison, you know, and these were skits, and this is what skyrocketed me. And so, and people who have always been a supporter have always been able to spot out when I'm full of shit and I'm just doing this. And so when I came out with his story about how, yeah, you know, did I fucking exceed Larry Hoover? No. But at this specific yard with this group of gang members, was I doing a lot more shit than they were doing? And they needed me more than I needed them. And so that gave me power because that's how prison works. Yeah. But so many people jumped on there and hated and said, this guy's gonna get killed. I was like, well, then I'll just post some videos of me pretty much getting killed. And let's see how you like it. And let's see how happy y'all get. And then I'll just pull the curtain on everything and make you look stupid. You know, and that was really the idea behind it.
Well, are you worried? Definitely. Are you worried about it now that because you said if you want to explain why you have to go, you don't have to go back to prison, but it might be county or it might be something, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I would love if it was just county. I mean, that'd be great. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have to go back or not. But yeah, basically, I did catch a charge in, like I said, I got out January 1st, 2022. April 2022, I caught a charge. Basically, they're alleging I was at a bar and somebody got their jaw broke at this bar. And so I got a misdemeanor for second-degree assault. And that carries 0 to 3 here.
What?
Yeah, that carries 0 to 3 years.
AZ would be fucked over there. AZ would be fucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, and it's funny because when I've talked about this on other channels, I'll see comments and people will be like, "You're fine. It's a misdemeanor. You won't get any time." And then other people will be like, "Oh man, that same charge carries like crazy time over here where I'm at."
Yeah.
So yeah, it carries 0 to 3 here, and it's a misdemeanor. But you know,
See,
I don't know what it's going to be. You know,
I went to prison for 3 years for aggravated assault, and all I did was just break a dude two of his front teeth out. And I didn't get a bunch of crazy time. I know you did like 10 years. So,
yeah.
You know, and that's a long time. And just for anybody who doesn't know, 3 years isn't a long time. It feels like it, but 10 years in prison, yo, that's a long time. I don't care what nobody says.
I just got done making a video today where I was telling people what after my first year, I quit having dreams in normal clothes. I was in jumpsuits all my dreams.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the days where you would be sitting in your cell and hear an airplane flying over and you're like, I don't care where it's going. I just want to be on that motherfucker right now. It can go anywhere in the world. I don't care anywhere. I just want to be on it.
For real, man. For sure.
You both are like really into the spreads too. So are you still doing spreads now that you're out? Like, is that still something that you commonly do?
Who, me?
Yeah, the spread, like making the spreads.
With food?
Yeah, I've seen you do a couple before, but
I never did that.
Oh, you never did that? Oh, okay. I see AZ's like one of the spread chef masters over here.
I've never did that because I'm such a picky eater. I was always the guy like, why are you mixing 7 things into one meal when I could eat 7 meals if I just don't mix them together? You know what I mean?
Okay, hey, Pablo, I'm the same way, bro. I do not like my peas. Yeah, I don't like my peas and carrots touching.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of guy.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. Like I'll eat peas, but not carrots. But if the peas touch the carrots, I'm not eating none of that.
Oh, okay. I'm the same exact way. My celly looked at me and he goes, "Hey, Wood, you're going to have a real rough time if you're picky like that." So then I started eating the spreads. And then I was like, oh, shit, that's actually pretty good. Like,
yeah, I'm sure it was. I just never, man, listen, if we couldn't get canteen, I wasn't eating. I remember we were on lockdown, not allowed to go to commissary for 14 days. I didn't eat nothing for 14 days.
Jesus.
I remember being in the commissary line about to pass out, watching them stack up my cherry pies from Tasty Cake.
Holy shit.
Just waiting to get back and eat.
Have Keefy where you're at?
Keefy coffee, yeah.
Yeah, we got Keefy everything over in Arizona.
Yeah.
Hey, I still miss the Keefy instant. Coffee though.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like that.
Well, yeah, because I didn't drink coffee before then. I was so young. I wasn't really a coffee guy, but
yeah.
So
I did only because it would for me. It was more of a me and my celly would be like, "Hey, you want to party tonight? It's Friday night." And to us in Supermax, because we didn't, do drugs and shit. And other dudes did, but we just didn't because the fellas look at you weird, and kind of talk shit to you. But, we would be like, "Hey, you want to party tonight?" Be like, "Yeah, hell yeah." And to people might think that's funny, but to us, hey, we're taking 3 shots of coffee at 8:00 at night on a Friday. That's partying.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to have a lit night.
A cup of mud. Hey, listen, there was this guy, he used to come over and he would offer to wash our clothes for a bump of coffee, a bump, quote, bump of coffee.
What?
And he'd snort it. He'd snort that shit. And he'd have brown shit running out his nose. He'd snort that shit. I swear to God.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, I've never seen that. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Shit.
Yeah, that is, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
What about Ian Bick, dude? Are you really gonna fight him?
I mean, I would, but probably not because he won't say nothing. He's listen. He made his TikTok. He's calling out the internet because he went to 3 boxing classes.
Right.
All right. So now he's got his little wrist tape on and everything. It's awesome. Hey guys, I'm issuing an open challenge. Anyone on TikTok? I'm like, well, shit. Let's get it. And he's a good guy. Now he's a good. I don't got any real beef with him. He's a good guy. You know what I mean? He flew me out there. He's real nice to me, and we're gonna do another one soon. But he's all into his boxing now, and he's met Mike Tyson. He's Mr. Boxer, and he made some hideous, atrocious boxing montage of him training. Looks like absolute shit. He looks terrible. Like there, I saw nothing there. He's got all these filters, and he's got like a 8K camera. Absolutely nothing there impressive. And he's calling out the internet for a boxing match. So I'm like, shit, let's do it. And he was like, yeah. And then he won't even answer me back about it. We've posted several times asking for a response, asking for a date. He won't do it. He will not respond.
Hey, Pablo. Hey, so, hey, bro. Hey, everybody who knows about how I've been on the internet, look, I've been trying to set up organized fights. I was going to fight Crip Mac at one point. We had a whole thing going, sponsors, the whole nine. We had a bunch of stuff going. If you ever want to do a friendly boxing match, I'm with it, brother.
Where would I have to come to?
It doesn't have to be beef, bro. It doesn't have to be beef.
Right. Well, yeah, it's all for all for entertainment, man, and that's what people don't like. I posted my like response to Ian Bick, and there was a lot of people got on there, and they're like, "This son of a bitch is only doing this for views." Well, yeah, your views, and why are you mad? You act like I'm charging $100. Right. Like this is getting posted for free, and you get to enjoy this and watch this. Why are you fucking mad?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm down for it. I mean, it's entertainment. Where would I have to come to?
We can set something up anywhere where you want. I'm in Colorado. I'll be in Georgia in about 2 months.
Oh shit.
I like to get it in. I like to fight. It's fun to me. Right. That's what I do. Hey, it had, like you said, I mean, like I'm saying, it doesn't have to do nothing with beef. Right. Everybody sits there and thinks, oh, you got to have beef to do that. And I'm like, no, I actually like to fight. So for me, it's just, I don't got to have beef with somebody.
That's the new direction, the influencer boxing, it ain't got to be any beef. It's more entertaining when people think there's beef. But, yeah, I mean, I'd be down with that. I just
Hey, let's go. Finally, somebody accepted, bro. Finally. Let's go. Let's get it.
Okay.
That's going to be fun, bro.
And so TikTok's first, right? And then YouTube.
Well, not anymore, man, because I mean, it was that way, but TikTok, man, is just... Man, as a creator, man, TikTok is just, they're always changing their shit up. They're always like introducing something new and then taking it away, and they don't follow through with it. And they used to pay you absolutely nothing. Like I used to, when I first got out, man, I was getting millions of views and I was getting like $600 a month from that.
What?
And
That's it?
Well, that was for their old system of paying. Now, I ain't gonna lie. When I went to see Ian Bick, he was like, and I had opted out of that because it wasn't even worth it. And I felt that they were suppressing my views. And I was like, well, I'd rather just grow and not get paid. And then the money will come as I grow from other places. So Ian Bick, when I went out there last May or June, he was like, hey man, he's like, are you not, I was like, I'm not even getting paid from TikTok. He's like, are you not opted into the new such and such program? I'm like, no, I never even heard of that. And he's like, man, you need to get in there, man. They're paying good. And so I did. And man, literally it like doubled my income.
Wow.
Yeah, they're actually paying really good now, but
well,
man, they're so unpredictable, man. Like they'll fuck your views so quick, and YouTube won't. And at least with YouTube, it's like it's much easier to pop off and get a million views and all that on TikTok. But YouTube, like, it's more like stability, financial stability. Right. So I do both, but man, YouTube is definitely the focus.
Well, it's the higher pay. Like I remember when I first started doing TikTok, what deterred me from keep making TikTok videos is when they told me I get 12 cents for every 1,000 views, and I was like, what?
Yeah, man.
I'll pay me $5.75.
Well, bro, you know what was so fucked? I risked all this damn controversy and all this bullshit I still have to hear about to this day with this kidnapping shit. I got 15 million views in a week off that whole session of TikToks. You know how much they paid me for that? $3,000.
What? That's it?
Which is absolute bullshit. And because at the same time, Yeah, I mean, dude, and at that point I was like, okay, well, fuck. I'll post on TikTok and it'll bring me whatever will bring me, but we're going in on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Are you looking at other platforms? Because I know with us, YouTube is like, hey, if there was another platform that paid even close to 80% of what YouTube pays, I would have moved. I would have tried to do something else.
Well, I got 40K on Instagram followers, and I've never posted a single prison clip on there. People on Instagram don't even know I do prison content. I do something entirely different that I blew up for when I first came out, totally unrelated to prison. And they just, dude, I have 12 million views, 15 million views on shit. They don't pay you anything on Instagram, man. Like I get like $100-200 off that. And it's just, I don't even care. I don't even post on Instagram, man. It's just there. That's where I get my, like you reached out to me on Instagram, and that's where I get my like business inquiries.
Right.
Really. Other than that, that's the only reason I have Instagram, because I don't even post on there, but I'm not really looking at any other, I'm still trying to make myself sit down every day and do YouTube and do TikTok every single day, or every other day, because I'm trying to have a life outside of here too, and so once I get that down, maybe I'll expand to something different. But right now, no, I'm not really doing anything anywhere else.
Well, let me ask you this, and you don't have to answer it, of course, but your first biggest check, you don't have to say what the check was, but your first biggest check from social media, how did that make you feel? Were you oh shit, hell yeah. Like your first biggest one, the one that stands out to you the most?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny because when I came home, and I got footage of this, I'll send it to you if you want to put it in the video when you post it, but I got footage of me on my first day out. I'm holding $50,000 cash. And I was getting money like that. I'll email it to you, but I was getting money like that just from prison stuff. What means more to me, more than, and I'll just, just answer your question. My first big check was YouTube in that first month where I really hammered down on that Murdaugh stuff. I think I got $13,000 from that.
Nice. That's still lovely though. Whoa.
And it's not the biggest check you ever heard from a YouTuber, but at the same time, I mean, I had 1,000 subs, when I started, and it's not that the amount meant nothing to me. It's more so that I had found something that wasn't going to put me back in prison, that could pay my bills, and I could live my life, and I could live well, provide for my girlfriend, and just live my life, and I didn't have to worry about getting arrested for it one day. That's what really meant more than anything. I would trade 10 times that much money. I would settle for 1 times that money, just to be able to sleep at night, knowing that I don't got to worry about police kicking my door in one day for what I'm doing. And 100%. that means a lot more to me, me than how much it was.
Hell yeah.
No, definitely. I agree with you. I haven't made that, not even close. I think I made $300 on YouTube, but but I understand what you're saying. It's the security, like you're saying, of being able to go to sleep at night and not worry about the feds coming in and doing some shit to you. Now that means more. So that's literally, that's the answer I was.
That's a great message, right?
I was looking
for. For sure. Listen, it's great balling out and all that stuff, but man, we all
know what comes with that, man.
Yeah, man. It's not worth it, man. And it's, at the end of the day, you can still live. What you got to do is realize that I don't need to ball that hard and still have a better life than a lot of people, or a better life than a lot of people I was locked up with. Most people that I even got real cool with are back in there. And now I'm on the news as a correspondent, and they're on the news as a fugitive.
Right.
And it's just not worth it, man. I don't want to deal with it. If I do have to go back this year, I mean, that's a mistake. Whatever happened, I mean, it is what it is. That's a fluke in the journey, but that ain't gonna be forever, and that is what it is.
It's gonna help your channel too, right?
If I do go back, you already know I'm gonna make the most out of it. I'm damn sure trying to get in touch with Murdaugh anybody worth anything. I'm definitely talking to all the most eccentric, crazy people in there, getting all the stories I can, and I'm bringing them all back home.
Well, you got a following that
hopefully you don't gonna take that trip
no matter what.
Right. Yeah, man. And that's why I was like, man, it's better that I just announce it than them find out after I've been gone for 6 weeks or whatever with not a chirp. And man, it was just so much support, and it's like, hey, it's good to know that they'll be here. And all I can do, man, I'm going to go back there. If I do have to, I'm going to go back there. I'm going to take care of myself, get in shape, stay out of trouble. And I'm going to bring home some content, man, because that's what it is. I mean, that's all that other shit, man, is for the birds,
Right. I heard that, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's real talk right there. I'm gonna get into shape. Because that's all we do in prison. We work out, we gamble, and we fight.
It's funny because
the three main things.
I mean, it's such a blessing to be out here and such a blessing to be out of prison.
Right.
But there is you can't deny this if you have to go. And if you have to go, I'd say you better look at the upsides rather than the downsides, although there's not many. But you got to acknowledge that it does strip away a lot of the distractions. It does strip away a lot of shit, just the day-to-day stresses, and it kind of leaves you with nothing but if you make that decision, nothing else to do but better yourself. You know what I mean? Get focused, buckle down, get in shape, be the best version. And that's kind of something you got to learn, as you go through. But now that I've learned that, I mean, if it's got to be that, then it is what it is. I'm going to capitalize on it and maximize it as much as I can. But, there is a beauty to if that's what happens and then you have to go, I mean, you got to go. Then there are some upsides you can look at to it, and just that's my plan, just stick with those.
Well, not only that too, though, but now, I hope you don't, but if you have to go back, now hey, I can record 8 videos.
Right.
And I'm going to make so much money.
Oh, yeah. I'm so much more content conscious, of what would perform, what wouldn't, what is necessary, and of course hold all that and just have a good place to store all that till I come home and just come out heavy. That's all you can do, man. Just bounce back. It is what it is. Hopefully I don't, like I said, hopefully I don't have to, but if I do, I mean, I'm almost too ready, to do that. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. And there's nothing better than the way you got to look at a worst case scenario, man. You just got to prepare and make sure that if it comes to this worst case, man, you're ready for that and you're going to make the best out of that, to where you almost get excited to do it. You got to make sure you don't get too excited, because then you'll manifest it. You know what I mean? So, but that's the best way to eliminate just worry or anxiety about it, is just knowing that, man, if it comes to that, I already know what I'm going to do, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fine,
You already did 10 years, so God forbid whatever you get, you can do that sitting upside down doing a handstand.
Well, yeah, and what, as far as what it carries, I mean, let's be real, I'm not going nowhere crazy. I'm not going nowhere dangerous. You know what I mean? Right. So I mean, that's at the end of the day, man, it's nothing I can't manage. It will suck, but it ain't nothing I can't manage, and I'm just gonna do what I can do with it. That's all you can do.
Well, respect.
Yeah.
And here's a personal question from me to you, as a dude who's been to prison and going back to prison, might sorry, didn't mean to put that on you, my bad, bro. As a prison dude, do you have any kind of worries about the repercussions of anything when you go back for the videos and stuff that you've done?
Right. The black gang shit, basically. No, man, because I mean, listen, everybody who's anybody like in that, man, they're all back, and man, I just got in touch with the dude yesterday. He's in there. He gets out in May, and he's contacted me, man, telling me how proud he is of me, blowing up, and they follow me. You know what I mean? They all see me.
Good.
They know what I'm doing. You know, they did want me to. One guy wanted me to come out and just like the only reason I really gave up the gig when I did is because he asked me to, and he's like, man, just because at this point we understand you. They know I'm a goofy dude. They know I fuck around and bullshit around. You know, they always know that, and they know it's just social media. But at the end of the day, if it's getting taken too serious, then they're like, okay, well, at least come out and say nothing happened to you because we don't want no heat on us. You know, and so I did, but no, I'm not worried about any of that, man. You know,
that's what's up. That's cool.
You know, I mean, I talk to all the right people and it's all good with everybody because I've done so much. That's just my own story. I mean, I've done so much in the past and I do so much still. It's just, I mean, it is what it is, man. And the whole point, I mean, when you want to talk about GD, Gangster Disciple, which is really pushing growth and development, they want you to grow and develop. They want you to do things. I'm on a path that they aren't on, you know, and I'm on the path I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, I'm building something and like, what are you going to do when you get out of prison? You know, are you going to keep doing this stuff or do you want to start rapping? And who's going to promote your mixtape? Do you want to start doing content? Who's going to give you an interview? Who's going to put you on? You know, who's going to bring you out? Like, man, you got to leave all that behind, brother. Like, didn't you realize keeping it real, keeping it so real, man? You know, people be like, yeah, you know, I may be back here 20 years, man, but when they bring my name, when they talk about me, they're going to talk about how real I kept it. Yeah, they will. They will. But how, you know, but only when they bring your name up. And how often do you think that's going to be, brother? After that 5 years, after that 10 years, after they tired of you asking for $20, after they tired of you, you know, how often do you think that's going to be, man? And don't you see it was all for nothing? You know, don't you want to figure something else out?
Right.
You know, and I don't mind helping you do that because, man, we are connected on a deeper level than a TikTok I made, you know. I'm not worried about that. Maybe somebody feels some type of way about that who don't even know me, who saw that and who's in there. And I mean, if that's the, I mean, okay. I mean, then, shit. I mean, what am I? You know, I mean, Daffy Duck. I mean, shit. I mean, we can do what you want to do, but no, I'm not. I mean, wouldn't say I'm worried about it. You know.
I told Plug yesterday when we were talking about the interview with you. I told him yesterday. I was like, hey, so before I went to prison, one of my really close friends, his name was Red, and he was a GD, and he tried to put me on, and I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, cool. That's, you know, and then I asked, you know, pretty much like, hey, what has to happen? He goes, well, 6 dudes have to jump you for 66 seconds. And I said, hell no, you're smoking dick hairs. That is not happening with me. I'm good.
Yeah, man, that's it. But you know, it's funny. One thing I started to realize over the years, that 6 people shit in prison, it almost makes it easier, man, because 6 people get in each other's way so bad in that little cell that it's like nobody can even get no good angle haymaker on you. Like everybody, I've been in them shits. I've been hit more than the guy who's supposed to be getting hit. You know what I mean? Like it kind of just becomes this clusterfuck, and nobody's really getting any good hits on you at all. And then you come out like, yeah, I did that. I survived that. I took really all that shit. Yeah. So. But yeah, I mean, no, but I feel you though. I mean, because I mean, hey, you'll always have guys who, man, it just.
Well, in Arizona, they're 5,000 deep. Like I've been to a couple of picnics and you know, at parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And bro, it's GDs as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
I'm talking a whole park, just full of people. And what people don't understand too is that it's not. Oh, it's just black people. No, there's black dudes, Mexican dudes, Puerto Ricans, white dudes. Like the GDs is a mixture. Like sure, they don't discriminate.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you know, that's another thing, a part of just how I word it. I mean, I'm a content creator, man. I know what's gonna like draw you in within the first 5 seconds. If I say I'm a white, if you see me a white guy saying I took over a black prison gang, that's going to make you listen. But at the same time, if you really know, then you know that this isn't just, I mean, its origins are, but these days it's very practical and very realistic for white people and all that to be involved and even have some status and rank, you know, especially 100%. If you're talking about just on a yard and some people, hey, listen, man, if none of those guys can make nothing happen and I can, then I mean, like, what's hard to believe?
Well,
you know, like.
here's something else too, is that so in Arizona we're like California still, we're racially segregated. 100%. If a white dude walks in between the Mexicans' tables while they're eating, I'm gonna have fucking 2 or 3 dudes beating the shit out of me, 2 or 3 white dudes beating the shit out of me because I violated, I fucked up.
Right, and it's on them to do it instead of the others, you know.
So my thing is when you go to Arizona prison, though, even though you claim GD, you can pick whatever you want to do. But if you say, "Hey, look, I'm a GD," and you know, this is nothing like offensive, so I apologize if it offends you, but in Arizona, they're gonna go, "Oh, okay, well, you roll with the GDs, that's cool. You can do that on the street, but in here, if you roll, you know, with the black dudes, you're gonna have a hard time. They're gonna try and get at you." We have a Crip who I call him the most famous Crip because in Arizona, because he was a white dude who was a Crip and he rolled with the black dudes. They stabbed this dude 9 different times. 9 different times, and he still stood on the yard and was like, "I don't give a fuck."
And you can't beat a motherfucker like that. You can beat him, but you can't beat him. You know what I mean?
By the way, too, he just killed himself in prison.
Wow.
His girl cheated on him, and he hung himself. Yeah, he went through all that bullshit, and then hung himself because of a female, which happens a lot in prison. Not killing themselves.
Man, that reminds me of this guy. But you know, to that, I mean, yeah, man. Like if that's how it's set up, I mean, if that's how the structure is set up, then yeah, man, you're kind of lose unless you're that rare exception. And you know, if you want to be GD and you want to roll with the blacks, well, the way it's set up, the blacks will never really fully accept you, and the whites are of course not going to accept you, and you don't really have. You're fucked. But that
kind of on an island.
That reminds me of this guy I knew, man, named Crack, and he was a white dude, face tatted all the way up, and he always said he was a rolling 90s. And down here, man, all the rolling 60s and 20s and all that, they were like, "No, you can't be a white dude and be Crip. Can't be white dude and be Crip." And but he was always like, "Nah, fuck that, I am." You know, he stood on it, and and they beat him up. Or sometimes he beat them up, but you know, most times he'd get beat up and he'd like get right back up and be like, "Nope, still 90s," you know. And one day, just to really stick it to him, he took, you know, a staple and some blue ink, prison ink from a pen, and went in the mirror and he went to stick poke a big C on his forehead between his eyebrows with a big 3-point crown on it. But this dude shot out, he's in the mirror, so he tattoos it backwards.
No.
So he's got this backwards disrespectful ass C on his forehead with a 3-point crown, man. Them dudes shot at him so bad. But hey, man, he always stuck with that shit. I don't know where he's at now, but yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
You can't do nothing but respect that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care what anybody says. Hey, when somebody stands on what they believe in, I don't care. Hey, you're a solid motherfucker. Hey, if you're gonna stand on that, dude, let's run you through the ringer.
Yeah.
Hey, can't do nothing but respect that.
And that's the thing. Like after that, there's nothing else they can do to you, and they're not gonna do nothing. And you were just like, you earn that, and you're good.
Yeah, they left homeboy alone that I just told you about. After the 9th time, it took 9 times, but after the 9th time, they just left dude alone because they were like, well,
you got to. Because people don't want to get up and do that every day. Even if you can, if I can beat you up every day, I don't want to get up 365 days in a row and have to fucking get physical. Like they're just gonna leave you alone after a while. Be like, you know what, brother, you a tough motherfucker. God damn it, I'm just gonna leave you alone. You know, exactly. That's a whole thing, man. Like, and people don't realize that. You know. Yeah.
So what JD Delay and
hey, you're breaking up, Plug.
Yeah, I can't hear you, brother.
You're breaking up, Plug.
My bad, man. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah, man. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, like, JD Delay, I seen you did an interview with him. I seen you did an interview with Burner 420. What do you think about these other prison? Are they like your colleagues? You look at them like your work.
Well,
you know, how you look at it relationship wise.
Yeah, man. I mean, I look at them like in the same way I look at y'all, man. I mean, like if this is what y'all do and this is y'all's content, y'all are a part of this community, man. And it doesn't matter if you're JD Delay and he's got 450 or whatever thousand, or if you don't have that many, because at one point none of us had that many, man. And you gotta, I always look at like the smaller creators who are in this niche, which I would say to y'all with no disrespect. Man, you kind of gotta show respect to them, because these are the guys who are not tailoring their content to an audience now, and they're just saying how they really feel, and there's no consequences in speaking how you really feel, because you don't got to cater to no audience yet, and maybe you never will, but maybe you eventually will. I don't know. That's just how that's later on.
We appreciate that. Actually, Jay Williams said something similar, very similar.
And I was like,
show love.
You're not going to get any love like that, man. And it's not that I'm seeking love, but I mean, at the same time, like I was a small creator and people used to be like, you need to collaborate. They really liked me, but I was very small and they were like, you need to do something with so-and-so or this creator. I'm like, they're never going to do anything with me. Why would they, and I always hated that. And so I try not to be like that. You know what I mean? And so
I respect that.
You got to pay attention to the smaller creators just like you do to the big creators, man. And as far as JD Delay and Ian Bick, I've met them, personally, and we got each other's number. We talk all the time. We tell each other happy holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Great guys, man. Great guy. I can't say anything about them, wrong. I mean, as far as their content, like I said, I don't watch a lot of it because I don't really watch a lot of prison content because I'm not a prison content fan. I'm
same here, bro.
You know what I mean?
Either. I was going to ask you what you do usually, but we'll get to that after.
But they're good. I mean, as far as I can tell you about those two guys, they're great guys. I hadn't, Burner 420, man. He's a cool guy from what I've spoke to him, man. I'm not going to lie, man. He's with Jessica Kent, who I've also never really personally spoken with. I think she said 4 words to me. She told me, my mom loves you. So it's good to know that her mom supports the channel. But I don't know them, but I just, I'm trying to stay in my lane, and they got a lot of controversy surrounding them, and I don't want to, I'm not trying to get, I'm not looking for internet controversy, man, or beef or anything. And so, I did. It's prison politics, man. Here's the thing, if you're going to be a prison creator and be in the prison genre, I feel like you got to respect when somebody still wants to apply prison politics or prison rules in effect, man. I'm not trying to be in that, I'm not trying to be in all that shit, man. So I gave him that interview because I don't got no problem with him and I'm cool with helping. But other than that, man, I'm just staying in my own shit, man. And
I do a top 10 list every month. What do you think about this list? Let me get your opinion.
All right. I think I'm too low.
Yeah, I should have put you higher up.
Hey, you sent me this shit on Instagram. I said, "What the fuck?"
Lord,
Let's get to that.
Okay,
Let's get to that.
Okay. Well, I mean, number one, JD Delay, man. I mean, he's clearly the fastest rising, and has been the fastest rising. I'm gonna tell you this. Well, you can't really ask any other prison creator really if they agree with anything and everything that another creator says, because listen, at the end of the day, man, every prison's different. You got state, you got feds, you got the South, you got the East, you got the North, you got the West, and it's different, man. And everybody's experience is going to be different. And some people lie, some people don't, some people will keep it real, and it's just you can't figure out. And so here's what I'll say as JD, about JD as a creator, man. His work ethic is unmatched. I mean, this guy posts 8, 9, 10, 12 times a day. He told me personally, showed me, he's got 53 drafts saved just for emergencies if he can't think of anything. This man has over 50 drafts of videos saved. Okay. This guy's putting in work. I'm not working that hard. So, I mean, I can't be mad if he's going faster than me. Ian Bick. Great guy. I mean, he's got his own angle, man. He's going for the podcast shit. I could definitely see him when he gets the first opportunity he gets, he will break away from interviewing ex-cons and criminals and guards. I mean, but this is a good angle, and he's growing. We're neck and neck. We're both at 205. I'm trying to hit 206 before his motherfucking ass. But we got
subscribe. Jumpsuit Pablo. We'll have it in the link, the description for sure.
Jay Williams, man, I've heard. Listen, all I know about Jay Williams, man, I watched his most. See, I will go to prison creators videos when I'm out of ideas, and I'll look at what their most popular one is and see what that's about, and see if I have my own story to tell. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so his most popular video, I noticed one of my favorite creators, Mr. Ballin, commented on that. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And that's all I really know about him, man. I know he went back to jail recently. Couldn't even tell you for $1 million. I couldn't tell you what it was for. That's the but I mean, he's an OG. He's been doing it a while. So I guess, you know, he should be at number 3. Lockdown 23. Lockdown 23-1, man. I fuck with that dude really heavy, man. He was the first guy to ever reach out to me. Thanksgiving 2022, he reached out to me. And we got an interview done. And we've done 1 or 2 interviews. He's used a lot of my TikTok skits and just shit like that in his videos, which I don't mind. And he's reached out to me. He reached out to make sure I was okay when he thought I was kidnapped and hostage. So, hey, he's a good guy, man. You know, he reaches out. He's never been with any. Dude, yeah, he's never been with any bullshit or any funny shit. So, you know, and he's been doing this a long time, and he deserves to be where he's at. You know what I mean?
He's the OG. Literally. Yeah. Like, he was the first one to really start doing prison content. Yeah. I barely just got my first interview with him like 6 months ago, but he had to take it down because it was too much drug talk. I mean, we had 19,000 views in like 5 hours, I think.
Wow. Yeah, like, I was going to tell you, man, you might want to do a little bleeping or blurring around that part where Buddy was talking about the hanging and shit in prison. But you got to start thinking about that stuff, man. But they don't like that. But but yeah, man, he'll give you a chance, and it doesn't matter how big or not you are. He'll give you a chance, and he'll give you an interview. So he's you know, he's a good guy. And I tried to follow that same, you know, that goes back to just I tried to do that same thing. You know, who we got? Johnny Mitchell. I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect to him. I have no idea who that is.
I think he's a comedian.
To be honest, Mitchell. I don't even know who Johnny Mitchell is either.
Hang on. I know him up. I think I know.
That you mentioned it, Pablo.
He might have hit me up on Instagram. Let me look up Johnny Mitchell.
Definitely a big page. If he hits you up, you should definitely.
I was thinking of somebody else. Johnny.
Hey, well, keep this in mind too. Ian Bick was, I guess he in some big magazine or some big website. He was voted top 20 podcasters of the year.
I saw that
recently, actually.
And 1090 Jake just hit 1 million, man. Salute.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I've talked to 1090 Jake. We've been wanting to do something. We just can't really figure out what we're gonna do because I'm not an interviewer yet. That's something I really want to move into this year. Here's my plan, man.
That'd be dope.
Not to get too far off track, but if I don't go to jail, right? Me and my girl are definitely looking into moving into just a little bit nicer house, you know, no mansion in LA or anything, but you know, a nicer house down the street. I'll have my own, a little bit bigger room, and we're going to set up some interview stuff, man. I got some great interviews already lined up. I definitely want to move into that.
Here we go.
But me and 1090, man, we just don't know what to do. I mean, what am I going to do? He likes my stuff. He's popped in on my lives. I love his stuff. Obviously, I the fuck out of what he's done and what he's built. So, but we just don't know what to do. So,
we
would love to have an interview with him.
That would be awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
we chopped it up with him before, and I talk to him all the time for advice. Like you were talking about earlier, or the messages. You know, you were already giving like game. I was like, dang, bro, you know, I appreciate that. And,
right? Yeah.
Same way with him too. He's the same way. He looks down. He helps out a lot of small creators. 1090 Jake.
Yeah, he does, man. And I feel like that's something that's more prevalent in the prison genre because, man, if you've been locked up, I don't care who you were in there, man. You know, like, man, sometimes. Hey, you want to be a good guy or just be a decent fucking guy.
You know how it feels.
And you never know. Listen, you guys might be bigger than me one day, and you never know when that shit's gonna come back for you, man. You know, like, you know, so
100%.
You know how it feels to be the underdog.
For sure, for sure. Especially a white prison dude, man. I'm just gonna say it.
For 4 days. During that whole ordeal, dude, that 4-day period, you had like half of the world like hating on you because of that, you know, the thing. But it's like you just twist that all back around, you know. It's funny.
Yeah,
you said
man.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, and I think it's like the people who got upset were people who were never really supportive of me in the first place. Correct. They only came because they wanted to see something happen.
Let's get to that.
And if that's true, then fuck it. Then why would I give a fuck if you're upset? You know what I mean? You're who it's intended for. You know what I mean? If you got upset about what I did, then you never, and the people who've been there with me all along, they already knew just by my voice, my little stupid ass voice, and just the shit I was saying. They're like, this dude is back to his old ways. You know what I mean? Man, I woke up one morning and saw I was on fucking World Star, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit. Yes, I had a sick feeling in my stomach, man. Like feeling like, man, I might really like I'm used to being on the internet, but that's kind of like this could really.
You made it. You're on Cam Capone, bro.
Yeah.
You're on Cam Capone.
Yeah. I did an interview with Cam Capone. Good guy, nice guy.
He's white, right?
I think, man, because he, he got me to a studio, and he wasn't there. He doesn't show, he's where he's at.
It's like Vlad.
Well, he'll hire somebody to come film you and do all the audio and filming, and he'll be on a phone or something. So he was so far away, I really couldn't tell you. You know, he might be a big hefty white guy, or he might be one of them old pudgy Hispanic guys. I really don't know, but I couldn't see that well. But it took him forever to post that motherfucker. I damn near thought he didn't. He was like, man, this shit sucks, because he didn't post that for like 2 months. But I only did that because he interviewed FBG Butter from Chicago.
Yep.
And he asked him about me, and he had him speaking on me. And when I realized that these guys out in Chicago actually know who I am because of that, and they have opinions on it, I was like, oh shit.
Hey, that's
because I never thought it would like spread that far to World Star and Cam Capone, Grindface, Twitter. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, all my buddies were checking in on me, making sure I was.
That's what's up, man.
Making sure
that's pretty dope, though.
That was your moment. That was I would say like your mainstream moment. Besides blowing up in your own lane, but that was like boom. That was like a little cheat code.
Yeah, man. I said, man, some people love it, some people hate it, some people think it was legendary, some people think it was despicable. And I mean that just helps you find your audience, man. Like if you can't handle that and you can't laugh at that and just be like, nice. Then,
so how much
then I don't want you watching my shit anyways.
How much stand-up have you done? So
Definitely
you're doing
Oh man, listen, I've done stand-up about 4 or 5 times since I've been home. Not as much as I should. I kind of made a resolution this year that at minimum once a month I was going to go do it. But man, I love stand-up.
Wait, stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I have 5 videos of me doing stand-up. Yeah,
I'm about to do stand-up. I'm about to start myself.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
dude, I'll give you some advice, brother. You ever been?
Please.
You ever done?
Please. No, never.
Listen, when you go out there, you're not going to be able to see anybody out there. Them lights, when they hit you. I done been several different places, man. Them lights always hit you. You can't see anybody. So if you're a funny guy and you can make your buddies laugh, you're not going to be able to look at people and tell they're laughing, and you're not going to be able to feed off that, right? All you're going to be able to do is hear the crowd laugh. So you need to come out with a joke is going to kill. Yeah. And I always come out with a joke. I always like to hit myself first. So I always come out and I'm like, I'm Jumpsuit Pablo, but everybody always says I look like Rufus, the naked mole rat from Kim Possible. Everybody fucking laugh. Yeah. He told me, let's get to that. Yeah, let's talk more in depth about how I look like Rufus from Kim Possible. But that's the real interview. But
that's what's up, dude.
No, dude, that always, and once you hear that first laugh, just like that just now you got that energy, bro. You can keep going, and you got that confidence. Okay. So that's my tip.
I've done music in front of people. I performed in front of people in the past. So for me to get up in front of people, I don't get stage fright. But the advice you gave me right now for doing stand up, man, that was.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, you get that first burst of laughter, brother, your whole confidence shoots up, and you'll flow. You'll get in your character, brother. So that's my tip on that. But yeah, I mean, I love stand up. I want to do some more all year.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Hey, we're gonna do a boxing match, and then we're gonna do some stand up together on the same stage.
Let's go do boxing, then go tell jokes, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
For sure.
No, that's what's up, man. Thank you for that advice, bro. That's cool.
And you also have a radio voice. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that.
Yeah, they tell me that all the time, man. And that's one reason people don't even believe that I ever been to prison. They're like, this guy talks funny as fuck. There's no way this guy been to prison. And I'm like, well, I mean,
everybody can go to prison.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It don't matter who you are.
Exactly, man. It's wild, but I don't know, man. I definitely get into I don't know. I think part of that, because if you watch my Ian Bick interview, I'm a lot more relaxed. I think I'm a lot more relaxed in this interview when I'm talking to someone, but when I'm just making videos, it is a little more amplified, and I think that's just from. I don't know what I'm doing. When I first started YouTube, I don't know, and you're sitting down in front of a camera and like, I mean, I just felt like I needed to be a little more, I don't know, polished, well presented. And it just kind of like people liked it. Next thing you know, I'm on the fucking news, talking to so-and-so about, and so I'm like, all right, well, yeah, but,
I'm going to tell you this, Pablo. One of the things I've liked about you the most is, check this out. Like, I recently had just got my teeth fixed. So I started the internet. I went on the worst thing you could possibly do with effed up teeth, right? I went on to the internet. One of the things I've always respected about you is sometimes you do videos with your flipper in, sometimes you do it without it.
Brother, it's like, not even a flipper. Let me tell you, it's everything. Look, it's everything. It's not even a flipper.
Dang. Holy crap.
It's everything, but well, here's the thing, man. I always had fucked up teeth, man. And then I went to prison and they couldn't do shit about it for 10 years. And so they got extremely fucked up. And then I came out and I'm making videos. They aren't the best teeth, but God damn it, they're there. And then one day, man, I fucking bit into something in my whole front tooth. Like when you lose that front one,
that's the worst.
You're in trouble, man. You need to fix that. So and this is still in my first month of YouTube. I'm not making I hadn't even got a check yet. I don't got any money. And yeah, man, I lost my whole fucking tooth in the front. And so I'm like, man, I got so much momentum going, man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not on here posting thirst traps, brother. Like I'm not a fucking model, like I'm on here commentating on shit and just telling stories. Like, fuck the tooth. My momentum's going. It's now or never. I'm just gonna get on here. And man, let me tell you, to this day, some of those videos and clips that I posted without my teeth and without my tooth before I got it fixed, they're still getting views, and people still to this day, fix your fucking teeth. Damn, all this YouTube money, you can't fix your damn teeth, man. Who's this toothless idiot in my, on my screen? I still hear shit about it. But hey, man, you can't stop, man. Your real fans, your real supporters, they're not gonna give a shit what your teeth look like. They just want to hear what you got to say,
I got all new teeth, and people still sit there and talk shit. So it doesn't matter whether you have them or you don't.
Well, listen,
everybody's hating on you still.
Let's see how
you know what I realized, brother? If the Kardashians can get on here looking fine as fuck and catch hate and shit about how shitty they look, what chance you think you got of not hearing some negative shit about how you look when you get on this internet? Brother, the Kardashians, who have spent $10 million looking flawless, still get trolled about their looks. So like you ain't, brother, you're gonna have to hear it, you're just gonna have to fucking take it in this game. You just got to, man. There's no way around it.
I have what's called, the shot heard around the world from back in the day from the Civil War. Okay, I have what's called the question heard around YouTube. Okay, so my first, I won't even get into necessarily the question, but Jay Williams on our first podcast episode, he asked me a question, and when I answered it, here's the question. The question was, if you're sitting in your apartment and you look out the window and you see a child getting kidnapped, are you calling the police? And I said, no, I'm running downstairs and I'm going to do everything I can to stop it while everybody else calls the police. Oh, dude, I almost quit YouTube. I had over 900 comments just and people were calling me a Mo supporter, like all kinds of shit. I almost quit YouTube because of it. And then Jay
Why
was
were they
like,
calling
bro,
you that?
because
this question is
that I wouldn't call.
posed. Because the way this question is posed, you can't take all this shit out of context. You're asked if you know for a fact, undoubtedly, what you're seeing. No ifs, ands, or buts. A child is being kidnapped. This isn't like, oh, I thought it was, but it wasn't, and I did. No, you asked me if I looked out my window when I saw, like I know without a doubt, a child's being kidnapped. Yeah, I'm going to run down there and help. And on my way out, I'm going to tell my girl call 911.
Yeah,
that's what I
there you
said.
go. Yeah.
Let's get it out.
Hey, the internet lit me up. I called Jay the next day and I was like, bro, I think I'm going to quit YouTube. And he was like, what? He was like, well, why? And I was like, you didn't see all the comments? And he goes, John, because he doesn't call me AZ Russian. He calls me John. He's like, John, I don't read the comments. If I read the comments, I would have quit YouTube a few years ago. Oh, yeah. And ever since then, I don't read the comments no more. Yeah.
Oh, listen,
I don't care if they're positive. I don't give a shit. I don't read it no more.
Do you read them?
Yeah, nobody's hated more than someone who's been to prison and is now got a YouTube channel that's doing quite well, talking about prison. Man, people, and some of it's political, now that we've gotten, now that like, one side is like, I don't care if you might have been to prison for shoplifting a Snicker bar, man. You are a dirty piece of scum and you deserve to die. Some people are just so ingrained politically in the hate of criminals and all that shit, and you'll just never hear the end of it. And man, the number one thing I get, doesn't matter what I talk about, if I talk about anything in prison or anyone who's done anything in prison, they're like, well, an even better idea would be never going in the first place.
I hate that question.
But they're already fucking in there. So I think about it and I'm like, that's like if I posted a video and I said, here's how to make or here's how not to get your jump shot blocked in a basketball game, and someone commented and said, I got it. You don't even need this. How about just don't play basketball?
Right.
How about just don't go to the basketball court? Like, okay, but people click because they want to know, if they do go to the basketball court, then what? God damn, it's I don't pay attention to that shit. None of it, man. I've just had to get over it. It definitely affected me in the start, but not anymore.
Oh, definitely. And here's a little thing for you. So I went through my whole starting my prison YouTube career, if you will. And nobody knew because I don't tell people this shit. But I ended up interviewing my mom because my mom is a retired Arizona Department of Correctional officer for 26 years.
Wow.
And people are always like, because I know you came from a good family as well. Like, you know what I mean? I know you came from a preacher's son, Okay, well, my mom was a cop in a way, not a real cop, but she was a cop. Like I say all the time, the street life does not discriminate. They don't care where you come from. It doesn't matter. None of it. They'll accept you.
Yeah.
100%. And I think we're kind of prime examples that's just how that can happen very quickly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just one part of many why it's just a lot of people, even though they believe, they just say, man, it's just so hard to believe, or I never would have guessed. About you, that you would have did that or been here and did that. Yeah. But
I did the opposite. I came from a bad family and flipped it.
Yeah. I mean,
Plugged it. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Either way, man, that shit, man. It can happen. It can pull you right in.
Ronnie flipped it too, man. Shout out to Ronnie Blue.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie, definitely. Ronnie too had a rough life coming up too. I did, but I didn't. We grew up poor. For a long time because my mom, bad relationships, etc. But for the most part, like, look, I didn't grow up with drug addicts in the house. I didn't grow up with alcoholics in the house. Like, my mom is the type, if you drink more than 2 days a week, she goes, you're an alcoholic. That's where I come from with that type of shit.
All right.
And then here I was, one of the biggest drug addicts, alcoholic, all kinds of shit.
Well, but that's like, with me, like there was none of that. Like you said, like there ain't nothing even closely related to just any of that lifestyle in my house. It's a preacher's family, man. You're supposed to be a model and an example of Christianity at all times because your father's a preacher, you're the preacher's family. And it was that very thing that made me want a taste of the other thing. And so when I got it, I just wanted to go all the way to the other end of it, brother. And I couldn't stop. And I just loved it. And I went so much further than anyone else. I'm the only one out of my friend group who ended up going to prison. You know, and that's just how I mean, it can happen so many different ways, man. You know,
so many ways. We used to tell the cops all the time when they'd be like, "Oh, talk shit to us" or something, and we'd be like, "Man, check it out. If you have 2 beers and drive and get pulled over, you'll be right here with us, motherfucker. Like you're gonna be right here. Sure. All it takes is 2 beers for you to get pulled over, and you're gonna be sitting right here next to us. So keep it up." Go ahead, keep it up. Because when you show up, we're going to love it when you show up.
For sure, man. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
no, definitely.
Hey, Jumpsuit, man, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, bro, I didn't want to do it too long.
Brother.
100%, man. We appreciate
this has been my most favorite interview, bro.
Hey, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no,
I like
this has been my favorite interview.
I saw y'all did or what, you know, New Age, you did a video on my kidnapping. I didn't really watch the whole thing, but I was like, man, I definitely wanted to. I like coming on and just, you know, it's different when you talk to somebody, man, you know, and
that was
when you sit down and have a conversation with somebody and really see what they're all about, you know. And I definitely, man, like I said, I was talking to you before, you know, everybody else joined, man, like what y'all are doing, man, just that's a whole subsection of YouTube, man. And it's a very profitable and you know, growth potential section of YouTube, man. Just if you're not a prison creator, covering, recapping, you know, giving another opinion or point of view on these prison creators, man, and you know, that's the voice of the people, you know, and you can't overlook that, man. You gotta come down and sit down and talk to them, and either y'all love me or hate me, but definitely sit down and talk to y'all and let you, you know, real, you know, conversation in with me. So I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I made that video, that was the first couple days of knowing who you were, and then actually before watching your videos. So actually watching your videos and then becoming like a Jumpsuit fan. Then I started going to the lives with you and your wife. I left some super chats.
And that's another reason too. I know I have seen you, man. You got a distinct name, you know what I mean? So I knew who you were. You know, and I know that you've been around, and you know, you're not trolling or anything when you come around. You always, you know, general support. So I mean, shit, you know, for sure, you know, bro. Definitely any of my supporters, man. I got mods who I didn't have like phone calls from prison. I don't know if you like heard me talk about them. I didn't collaborate with them. They done grown to 40,000 now from 1,000, and they do their part.
3,000.
Well, of course they do their part with getting what they get for content. But man, him and his wife run that channel. His wife was my moderator for a long time, and I didn't even know they were related until well into their growth.
Oh, that's crazy.
So you know, man, listen, I'm always down to just, you know, work together, man. That's how you do it, brother.
Hey, Pablo, my celly, who is like my best friend to this day, did an interview with him. Shout out, James. He didn't. He knew I had like a YouTube and stuff, but for the longest time, when his wife finally saw me, like on a video chat, she goes, "Hey, doesn't he have a podcast with Jay Williams?" And he was like, "I think so." And she was like, "I've been following his channel for like a year." And the whole time I didn't even know that my best friend's wife was following my channel and other prison channels. It's crazy when somebody says something to you like that. You're like, what? Really?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, brother.
What the hell?
I'll be in Walmart, Dollar General, all types of shit, man. But the people you would never think even watch your channel, man, they'll come up to you, man, and talk to you. And it's always cool to meet. You know, it's always cool to meet people, man. Once you really, I mean, you keep putting out them videos, man, you're gonna meet people locally, you know, who recognize you, and they're just like, these people come up to you, and as soon as they know who you are, then you know, this person watches me, they got a good grasp of who I am, and they like me.
Right.
So you're automatically going to feel comfortable with them and feel like they're cool people because they accept you, you know? And so it's always fun to just meet them. You know, I love that, man. It's one of the best parts of it.
I've only had 2 people ask to take pictures with me, but those 2 pictures Man, that's the highlight of my shit. I was like, wait, what? I was in Walgreens and dude was like, he was like a 17-year-old kid. He was like, little Mexican dude. He was like, hey, you're AZ Ruction. And I was like, at first I was like, I mean, yeah, what's up? You know, like he was like, dude, I love your shit. Can I get a picture with you? And I was like, I didn't know what to say.
That's the best feeling, man. And don't be in there with a girl now and somebody come up to you and ask you that, ooh. But yeah, I'm AZ Rection. That's me.
That's never happened to me. I'm more behind the scenes.
My lady don't like that shit.
Ronnie's rapped for years in Boston. I'm sure he had groupies and shit.
Yeah. Well, shit. Then he knows. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best feeling, man. But yeah,
it feels so good, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That shit feels good because it's like, hey, you know who I am? That's cool. Fuck.
Yeah, man, they support your stuff. This is something you sit down every day, every week and do, man. And listen, when you realize there's people who wake up and have their coffee and tune into you, man. Because I wake up and have my coffee and tune into people. And so to realize that I'm that for you or something like that, man, that's all part of the journey, man. Realizing that, and then you start to take your stuff a whole lot more serious. And that's great stuff, man. You know, that is great. And I wish nothing but all those things continue for all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. But I gotta go pee now.
On, bro.
I gotta go take.
Yeah.
Let's get to that.
Yeah, let's get.
Hey, we appreciate you pulling up, man. For real.
Yeah, man, for sure, man.
Jumpsuit Pablo, YouTube Streets. Ronnie, do your shout. Hey, before you go, Jumpsuit, can we get it like just a little shout out for the YouTube Streets real quick and for the chat? For
the YouTube Streets, that's what it's called. YouTube Street?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
YouTube man. Street. Shout out to the YouTube Streets, New Age Plug, Blue Eyes, AZ Ruckus. That's you, ain't it? AZ Ruckus. Ruction. AZ Ruction. Causing a ruckus. That's what I meant to say.
I've been
shout out to all y'all, man. If I see any of y'all in Walmart, I'm coming to get a picture. I appreciate all y'all, man. Shout out to y'all.
Jumpsuit.
Nothing but growth for y'all, man.
Let's go.
Hey, thank you, bro.
So funny, man.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, thank you, man. You've been the best. One of my favorite interviewers we've interviewed, and we've done people with 400,000, 500,000, 300,000.
1090J. Oh,
yeah.
We've had a lot. Yeah.
You've been my favorite so far.
We have a new channel. We haven't uploaded all of them. I got a vault that's crazy. My vault is like delayed drafts.
Man, listen, reach out.
AK-47. We had him up.
Reach out to me when y'all ready to post this, man. I'll make sure I share it on my community post, man. Make sure everybody can see it, man. Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
brother.
We had 50 Tyson on. We had 50 Tyson.
We had Lush 1 on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Lush 1. We had Lush 1. We've had a lot.
Shit. Hey, that's
10 Toes Down. We've had a lot of these dudes, man.
And listen, it's all about the community. It's the prison niche, because if there's growth for y'all, then there's growth for the entire niche. As a 100%. Whole, you know what I mean? Because there's only 100%. So many people watching prison stuff, man. The more that every piece of, as long as nobody's beefing and starting a bunch of bullshit, as long as we're working together and helping each other, supporting each other, if any piece of this community grows, it's growth for all of us. You know what I mean? So and I know that's how I feel. That's how JD feels. I've talked to him. That's how Ian feels.
Yeah,
you know?
He does.
So you know, it that's how it should be. That's how it's got to be. So I appreciate y'all.
He's coming on next too, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna ask him about you. I'm gonna get, and he's dude. I know one thing about him with you. From the get go with the whole situation. I don't know if he knew the truth. He played it off, but he kept that shit respectful. He did the same thing with Jay Williams too in his situation.
Yeah, he did do that with Jay, man. I noticed that. But yeah, no, he didn't know, but he definitely was checking in with me. But yeah, man, he's just like I said, that's what I meant. That's just one piece of just aside from his content and anything like that. He's a solid dude, man. He's a solid dude. So in prison, out of prison, it's always nice to meet somebody like that. So you got to give him respect.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. All right, go pee, bro. We'll let you go. All right, let's go. All right, y'all.
All right, man.
All right, have a good one.
YouTube Streets Podcast, Ronnie Blue Eyes, AZ Ruction, New Age Plug. Let's go.
Let's get to that.
Hey, boy.